EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Houston Texans. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Texans, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Now Lawrence. And he finds a man on the crossing route. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Three and a half to go, first quarter. First play's a run with Nwangu. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
He's crossing. He's checking crowd. Check.
On second down, here's Nwangu. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Texans at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go right back to Nwangu. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Jones. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. He'll field this at the 5. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They go play action with Lawrence. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Play action. It's Lawrence. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Buccaneers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 41, Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jalen Waddle, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And he's got some space here. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Lawrence will throw. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Again, it's Lawrence. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Treston Ebner from 13 yards out. And the Bucs have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Another run now for Nwangu. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
3rd and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a 1st down.
Throwing, Jones. Got an open man, it's Schwartz.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes a field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Buying time to his left. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 49 yards. And the Bucs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. Just a gain of a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
55-yard punt, 11 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. McLaughlin for the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their touchdown. Gerald Everett as the first half is winding down, and the Bucs are able to add on to their first half lead. They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. A little juke. And some room to maneuver. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kene Nwangu in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Carlton Davis picks it, and the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He'll get it inside the 20, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. 70 Lion. Switch gears. Joker, 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 joker. Say, check that, street.
And they'll run again, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. They'll look to run with Nwangu, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kene Nwangu, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Let's go. 10 over.
Here's Lawrence. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Over the middle, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. From the gun, he'll hand this off. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 40 now on 2nd down, Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Lawrence. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one a product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his 1st punt. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, A loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Up the middle, Nwangu. And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made here at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Nwangu going to get it on the counter. They find some open field here. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 190 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Touchdown, Texans! Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire, but at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Lawrence on 3rd down. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action, Jones. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. That's complete. It's Okuebanam. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Handoff here to Nwangu. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now a 2nd down and 6.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check 9, check 9. 19, flagging.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Give left side here for Nwangu. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Buccaneers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. In on the tackle there, Brandon Smith. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll send a receiver in motion left. That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
In a spot where most offenses would just be trying to get to the finish line and close this game out, They're still looking for points here in the final minute of this game. I think bonuses could be gained and attained with maybe more points.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Now Lawrence on 1st down. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence being chased out left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to Nwangu again on 1st down. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw is Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly.